Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our national anthem.
Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to the Big T. Today it is Timonium Racing. 4 days of racing left in our meet here at Timonium at the Maryland State Fair. We are the only fair race meet on the East Coast, so you want to check out some fair racing, get thee to Timonium, and we have ordered up perfect weather, another glorious day here in Timonium, Maryland. And Dave, we had a big weekend last weekend. We had the Shine Again Stakes that went to discrete ops. We had lots of fun. We had College Day at the races, all kind of good stuff.
You're right, and things are coming together. The jockey trainer standings here at the Big T after 3 days of racing and going into week number 2 and the final weekend to Labor Day. Yazid Hazelwood and Carlos Lopez neck and neck.
Yeah, 4 for 10 for Hazelwood, 4 for 17 for Carlos Lopez. We'll be seeing plenty of those gentlemen this weekend as well. That race is pretty wide open. There's some riders with 2 and 3, so a good day for anybody, could put them right in the mix. On the trainer side, Anthony Ferrier went 5 for 10 last week to seize the early advantage. Jose Corrales 3 for 12, and both of them, Dave, should be pretty busy this weekend.
Anthony Ferrier, always a big supporter of the Maryland State Fair, the Timonium races, and all I got to do is pick up on the trend with Jose Corrales. To me, when he wins a race, that's it. Just keep playing him until the streak ends, because when he gets on the roll, just about everything he sends out is gonna be live, and he's certainly got some very live horses this meet.
And he's a guy who can pop at a price, too. So check your programs. Jose Corrales, one to watch. One other handicapping note as we dive into things here, Dave. I was looking at the trends, and Timonium is known as kind of a speed-favoring track, tight turns, narrow track. But last weekend, this track was playing really fair. Horses were able to go to the front and win as per tradition, but they were also able to sit off it and even in a few cases close. That was especially true at the 3-turn mile and a 16th races. Only 1 of 8 of those was won by a horse on the lead throughout.
Always makes for good racing, and the half-mile race is a little bit different, I guess, right? You got to gun and go and get position early as well. Get out of there and set that good quarter mile. Stay close to the pace by the time they hit the Ferris Allen wheel. Yeah, but it's good to see closers and horses rally out 3 deep on the track as well to win.
All right, we've got a 9-race program on tap today. Here is a look at the track, and here's a look at the weather, Dave, and I think that's your specialty.
Well, it's a beautiful day. Visibility quite strong, you can see. If you venture to the Ferris Allen wheel over there, you get to the top, you can see for miles and miles and miles.
I'm hearing a Who song for some reason.
What?
All right, let's dive into it here. Race 1, we're going to have a 7-horse field. Originally going to scratch the 3-horse. Voodoo Priestess is out, leaving us a field of 6. And I believe we've got a pick 5 ticket here for Mackenzie Pfeiffer as well that we can take a look at. Or perhaps not. Dave, we got a $5,000 beat claimers going a mile here, and Mac's going to single in here. She's just coming out swinging with the 2-horse. That's for the girls for Linda Albert, first time in her barn. That's also going to be my top selection. She's going to go then 3, 2, 2, and 4, spreading out in race 5. Race 5 is what is race 5? Let's just spin our way to that, and I cannot get my page.
Here, Frank comes spinning out of the program.
There we go. I'm actually also going to go 4 deep in that race in the late pick 5. We'll talk about that in a minute. That's a maiden 25 for 2-year-olds going 6.5 furlongs. Pretty wide open contest there. So that's Mac's ticket. That's a $24 ticket. Pick 5 starts right here, race 1. 12% takeout, very low takeout, so a good place to maybe find some prices, spread a little bit, and then blow up the tote board. So let's talk about race 1. And Dave, you're going to try to beat Max single. I'm going with it. That's the 2-horse for the girls. Your top selection here going to be Rascallion for Rudy Sanchez-Salomon.
Yeah, for the girls is a really good number. Turfway Synthetic back in the Ennis barn. Did face a good filly 2-back, Enticing Sunset, who came back to win next 2 races on the turf at Indiana Downs. She's got some speed. The blinkers go on today. I'm going for another speed in here, and Rascallion. I do like the fact that Rascallion back in the winter at Laurel, even though the quarter was 24, 2.5 and 49 and 2, pressed that pace every step of the way in a good effort. So I don't think she's a need the lead type, in my opinion, and that race 3 back puts her near the top in this spot. I'm going Rascallion, Rudy Salomon, and Thais Liapacino with a brave ride last week coming up the rail. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a horse that is in my mix as well. I kind of think the 5, the 7, those kind of the outside pace. I was kind of hoping that the 2 would sort of tuck in just behind them and then make the move.
That first 3/8 of a mile is going to be very interesting in here. Judith's Cross apparently with some early speed. It looks like for the girls to be forward. Rascallion can go forward, but I think Rascallion can rate just like the 2 can, if necessary.
All right, Dave, going to go 5-2-7-1. I'm going 2-7-5 in that spot. The 2 for the girls. 2-1 morning line. The 5, Rascallion, 9-2 for connections that have been doing pretty well here at the Big T. On the race 2, Dave, 5,000, never win 2 claimers, going a half mile. I'm going 4, 3, 6, and 2 here. This field stays together. Everybody remains in here. 6-horse field with who is our top? Our favorite here is going to be the 3-horse. That's Country Club Couple. 4-horse Boyota Crema is 9-5. So
Country Club Couple on short rest. August 22 Colonial. I had to take a second look because I remember watching this horse last week at Colonial. Kind of liked her a little bit in this spot, but simply kind of spun her wheels in the stretch there at Colonial. Coming back after short rest is Country Club Couple.
Yeah, it's interesting. There are a couple of horses we'll see this weekend that are doing that, and it's pretty common to see a horse run here the first weekend, here the second weekend. What we're seeing a couple of, which is less common, is horses like this that ran someplace else last week, coming right back here at the Big T. Now, your top choice, my top choice is Boyo de Crema. That's the 4-horse for Jamie Ness. Carlos Lopez, our leading rider.
Blinkers go on today. I was very interested to watch Boyo de Crema at Laurel back in late June when trying the turf for the first time. I thought she'd be part of the speed in that spot. The pace was quick, never really got a sniff of the lead in there, and actually didn't break that well. But did show speed back on the dirt at Delaware in the last 2 starts. The blinkers go on. She has the early speed, the blinkers to get her focused. She gets out of the gate. I think she'll be very, very tough. The Crema will rise to the top. Boyo de Crema. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, you see, it's why I get paid the big bucks.
That is, in fact, why you get paid.
And I'm nationally famous.
And you're nationally famous. Infamous, even.
Infamous.
We're both using the 6-horse a little bit. That's Instagram Girl for Steve Murdoch. Christian Geraldo coming in from Charlestown to ride this one. You never, ever, ever count out a horse owned by Bob Cole going a half mile at the Big T. They like to win here. They like horses with speed. This is a horse with speed.
Yeah. Instagram Girl, I do like that her last race, in my numbers, really her best race, close to the Buyer top of 47 back at Gulfstream on the dirt, 46 Buyer at Charlestown, but I had that number as her best ever. I like horses coming in sharp, and she has speed as well. So it'll be a battle, I think, from the start, out of the gate. Boyo de Crema and Instagram Girl sticking with the blinkers on, hopefully, to wake her up.
Yeah, the one negative on that horse, she's been beaten at 3-5 even money and 3-10 in her last 3 starts, and she's burned a lot of the bettor's money, so that's a value concern, but certainly her form fits.
Well, my concern is she had a 3-length lead at Charlestown and got beat at the top of the lane. But the number again came back big. At least Lovely Lucy, the winner, did get boosting Instagram Girl's number. But I'm hoping for the Boyo de Crema with that speed on the dirt. Maybe to move up just a tick, and that's all you're going to need in this spot. Actually have her with the best fig in the race.
On the dog fig scale.
Yes, correct.
Excellent.
Everything is the dog fig scale.
It's all dog figs. Mm-hmm. It's like it's all ball bearings,
proprietary,
plastics, dog figs.
Yeah.
One of those 3.
It's proprietary algorithmic formula. Go ahead.
I believe it's derivatives based as well.
It was based on Bitcoin and Ethereum, but
I like it.
No longer.
No longer. Okay, so
mm-hmm.
So you're sort of like fiat currency now. You've separated from the underlying assets.
That's above my pay grade. I
understand. That's why you get paid the big bucks.
All right.
Not understanding.
All right.
Let's head to race 3 now. This is a starter allowance for horses that have started for a claiming price of $8,000 or less in their last 3, or claiming 12.5. We got a 5-horse field left after the scratch of number 5 Rumjar for Anthony Ferrier. I believe we'll be seeing Rumjar later this weekend. That leaves us with a horse that loves him some bull ring, loves him these starter conditions, in for the tag here. That's going to be the 6-horse Grant Andrews.
Yeah, I mean, he's in for the tag, but it's good to be Grant Andrews. 19 wins, 6-year-old war horse, sharp form, likes Timonium with a win in the second, 2 races back, ran 3rd behind Ozone, who went on to win next 2 starts, did Ozone, with 91 and 92 Buyer numbers. I think Grant Andrews will say to Kickstartness, go ahead, Kickstartness, go ahead. Do your thing up front. I'll just stalk you and try to make a little run at the mile. And that's the way I see kind of the race setting up. Speed of Kickstartness. Grant Andrews will stalk and make the bid.
Now, Kickstartness obviously is razor sharp right now. He won his last 2 with Buyer figs of 70 and then 83. But Grant Andrews, as you said, battle-tested veteran. He's been running in these starters at Charlestown. He loves Charlestown. He, at one point, had an 11-race winning streak at Charlestown. So he certainly is experienced in the bull ring configuration, and also has a win here at the Big T. We always enjoy that because it tells us we don't need to worry about the horse spooking at the Ferris Allen wheel. The 3 horses kickstarting us, who we just talked about. B West, we're both using a little bit. Coming off the bench, first time for Jose Corrales.
Right. I like that 6 furlong to stretch out, sprint to route move for Corrales with a positive return on investment. We mentioned Jose earlier in the show. When he's hot, he's hot. Very, very scared of this horse. His top number certainly puts him right there. Last time out, he chased off the inside around the far turn. Wide to the winner down the stretch to 5 Dreams. Good effort, good number. Off since April, that's the question. Though a small win percentage for that kind of layoff for Jose Corrales, the barn is sharp, but there is a positive ROI on both the time away and the sprint to route move. And then 2 sprints to a route, according to Daily Racing Form. Another positive return on investment. Very, very dangerous in this horse. If you get 6 to 1 on him, anything like that, well, I guess with a scratch, a rum jar, that's going to be knocked down a little bit. But I would say even like 3-4 to 1, 3.5 to 4 to 1 is a very, very fair price on B West.
Yeah, I think the horse is very playable in this spot. And as you said, positive ROI for Corrales, bringing horses off this kind of layoff. 265 ROI, meaning for every $2 you wager, you get 265 back. I'm not a math major, but I think if you do that enough times, that adds up to something.
Yeah, now on Kickstartness, trying to go to the lead. Okay, his last 2 races good. Pretty much gate to wire wins, but I've got some questions about his ability to stay based on some of his races I've seen at Laurel, where he offered very little resistance, no serious resistance at all in the Toast to Coast race. That was a muddy track. Okay, I'll excuse that. But he couldn't hold off the Southern District, the old veteran, back on April 19th with very little effort to fight back. He chases barnmate winner Yodeli Ehu. You see on the form back there when finishing 3rd behind Yodeli Ehu and Martini Martin. Failed to save the place in that spot. He didn't even, the second horse got him in the last jumps there for the place. So I have some serious questions about his ability to stay on in this spot, and I think he's going to be kind of overbet.
I think that's right. He's also coming in off a career high buyer of 83. That is his career top, and if he repeats that, he's going to be a handful. If he doesn't, he's very vulnerable.
I certainly can win, but I think that at that price is worth searching a bit.
All right, let's head to race 4. That's another starter. This is 12 5-starters. Or $20,000 claimers. Everybody stays in here in this 6.5 furlong contest, Dave. So that's good news. And I'm using a price here, but you're going. Let's start with your horse. That's Freeze the Fire.
I think a good race to use a price is Daufusky Island. I think is going to be overplayed as well. Impressive looking victory at Colonial, but I think the speed carried him that particular day. Maybe he's just good right now in the Brittany Russell barn. He certainly has back numbers that'll do here. But yeah, I went to the 5 in this spot, and that is Freeze the Fire. 3rd in the Maryland Million Sprint last year. Could be tuning up for a return to the Maryland Million in one form or another. I thought a decent effort behind Smoothby Even. Play Smoothby Sir Wellington. Dean delivers. Quite a salty field he faced last time out. 3 races back, he set a sharp pace in the race won by Murray. Settled inside on the chase of you-know-who, Brother Conway, who was making the fractions in that race. I think he's faced a little bit tougher there in the spot. Freeze the Fire going to be the top pick in there with Geron Barbosa aboard. And Lopez had 2 calls in this race. He went to Nancy Made My Day for Kieran McGee. I didn't pick, but just a little spot there. Barbosa going there, but they have the same agent. All right.
My top choice ended up being Nancy Made My Day. This one making 3rd start off the bench. Had running a couple allowance tilts at Delaware and Colonial. not great, but obviously can improve off those in a little bit easier spot. Has earlier efforts that would win here, and I feel like this is a race with enough early speed that maybe a stalk and pounce kind of trip could be a winning trip in here. So kind of banking on the idea that this horse might take a nice step forward in a little bit easier group, get back to those better efforts, get a good trip here, 10-1 with a Hot Rider up. Seems like a good bet to me.
Well, he was second behind Baracho as the favorite back in the mud at Laurel in the winter. Baracho, old class speed type, gave chase to Baracho, but was no match to catch a classy veteran on that day. He's had 2 races since the claim, nothing to write home about, but again, he does have some good numbers past.
Yeah, and the horses that he's running against are horses that have gone on. The winner 2 back went on to win a 2 other than at Monmouth next time out. The winner last time, East Boston Benny, won 3 of his last 4 on the main track. So not a terrible outing, not a great outing, but not terrible against tough company there. Any other thoughts here on race 4, Dave?
Well, I see you use Colonel Vargo 4th. He hasn't run since June 2024, 12 of 22 lifetime. Back numbers on the way back in 2023 would do, but can I trust a horse who's been off that long from the races?
I think you cannot trust him. I'm sort of defensively using him at the bottom of the ticket there because if he's right, he's a major player.
Yeah,
in this
so if
spot
you're like a triple player or something like that, you might want to use him.
I would. He's probably going to get bet. I wouldn't use him in the top set.
It's a good race, a very good race here.
It is a nice
very
race.
Competitive race, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, that's race 4. Let's go. Let's pay some bills.
Summer's almost over.
But there's lots of end-of-summer fun at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Go long! Yes! Time right! Manny drops back and he flips one right down the middle. Well done. No, this one's burning.
Buy a spacious Grand Highlander with special financing as low as 4.99%. Or get low APR financing on an adventure-ready RAV4.
Come in today.
Great job, rookie.
Toyota, let's go places.
All right, welcome back. Race 5 we're on to. Maiden 25, 2-year-olds going 6.5 furlongs. I got a pick 5 that starts here. I'm using the same horses as Mac is hoping to end her pick 5 with. I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, and 6 in this spot. This is going to be a wide open contest. I'm singling in the next race, and then 222, $16 ticket. Hopefully gets you home. Gives you a little money to play with the rest of the weekend. Dave, so I landed on the 2 as my top selection here for Hammy Smith. Yetsid Hazelwood up. Source ran okay, showed good speed, ran okay in his career debut. Did finish behind the 4-horse, your top selection. That is going to be Dancing Dene.
Dancing Dene is going to be my top pick in here. Gets more ground today. A horse I've kind of looked at for quite a while. In the debut at Laurel, finished 5th behind Worker B. Was hustled up between horses that day. Appeared green to me way back in his debut. Shied away a bit from the pony coming out in the post parade. I was looking at the wrong horse. Was left to kind of warm up solo. Was a bit playful through the whole post parade. Had some nice speed and had some promise. Since then, a 4th behind Heat Check, a firster, Wall Art, second there at Delaware, going 5.5, and a beaten favorite last time out. Your horse feels so right, or Mac's horse feels right. She used that horse too. Your horse feels all right. Did beat him, but he's by first Mondays. The last 2 races were 5.5, 5.5. Today going 6.5. The sire first Mondays want to go long. All of his offspring want to go long. The average win distance 7.8 furlongs. So he's got the extra furlong today. That could be just enough.
Yeah, I think this horse is a use as well. I landed on the 2, feels so right for Hammy Smith, making just second start, so you're hoping for some improvement there. Another thing I like about this, I thought it was a pretty good effort, showed speed, backed out a little bit. Shows a work in the interim. I like that. It says that the horse is fit. They're happy with how he's doing, so heading into the second start.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I was a little thrown
Yeah,
off
no,
kilter,
we're
off kilter
a
by
little, a little discombobulated here.
offset
we had
visitor.
an unexpected visitor here on set, so
kind of scary, isn't it?
Things do happen
Yeah.
at the Big T.
Yeah.
Let's head to race 6 here. This is a Maryland allowance, Maryland restricted allowance going 6.5 furlongs, fillies and mares. Take out the 5-horse Serenade Me. There will be no serenading in this race, leaving us a field of 5. Your morning line favorite's going to be the 4-horse here, Wise Miss. First time in the Hugh Robertson barn, was previously with Hugh's brother Max, so
You're
not
single.
a big change there. I singled here. Yeah, what the heck?
Wise miss. I think a wise move, Frank Vespi. I'll put it to you this way. Okay, I know that she's never been here at Timonium, but that race at Delaware to me towers over the field, both dog fig wise and also class wise. And all she has to do is kind of repeat that effort behind mine at Cutie Pie earlier this month at Delaware Park. Tons of class here for Wise Miss. Kind of scary that she's finished second 5 times, right, out of 13. But looking around the field, I kept trying to beat her, and just couldn't. I guess the filly I'm a little scared of is It's a Monster Mash, second at Delaware last time out, but has been known to pop with some good numbers. The race that she won back in April at Laurel, excellent race, good numbers. She had the looks on the racetrack, looked like a monster that day,
So
lived
to
right
speak.
up to it.
So does
Oh,
Fig.
looked like a monster. I see what I did.
Uh-huh,
That wasn't
yeah.
intentional.
You are one clever son of a
I
gun,
know,
I'll tell you what.
Avoided claim that day. So a filly who's had a lot of talent in the past, and I guess I'm scared of her. I don't know. I would use her as well with
Well,
Wise Miss in here. That just might be the exacta. 4-1-1-4.
Yeah, I went 4-3 and then 1. Do you think Neolithica gets loose in this spot?
Well, she's going to try. That's kind of her MO, right? But you said you can win from anywhere at Timonium. So
Don't you dare use my own words against me.
at least until today, right? Good, big, powerful race before the claim, and then she was caught on a day where we had lots of inside to outside closing trips back in May at Laurel. Dueled inside of a runner named Spanish Delight for quite a bit of the race, and then just shut down as the favorite, but came back to rebound when she grabbed the lead pretty much by herself to win by 4. So she's off, she's on, she's off, she's on. She was on last time out, but if they let her get away, she's always a dangerous filly.
All right, that is race 6. 4136 Dave, 4316 Frank. Let us head now to race 7. These are 5,000 beaten claimers going a mile. That's 3 turns here at the Big T. Nice big bulky field here. You want to take out the 4-horse Southern Horse. Appropriate name. That leaves us with a field of 9. Favorite here going to be the 9-horse Good Luck Chuck, Dennis Araujo, up for Robbie Bales.
Yeah, I went to Barron's Legacy, ran, here we go, last week, this week, for trainer Jose Corrales as a beaten favorite. A little trouble in the race. Was it 2 lengths of trouble? Maybe not, but trouble. It has some good numbers. A race at Delaware, July 12th. Sharp enough to win here. Coming right back for the hot barn. In a big field, you might get a decent price with her, right? Fairly big field. 3-1, 4-1. I'll take that on Barron's Legacy. Number 8, What a Hard Man for Dead. Kind of the same running style. Lags a little bit. You mentioned Timonium being pretty fair, especially in the 3-turn races like this, a mile. And she's going to need a decent pace ahead of her, but she's a horse that kind of likes to be ridden along, even though lags. Kind of comes with a bit of a late run on that final turn. And if closes are ruling the roost, and maybe What a Hard Man for Dead could get there for the Farrier barn, vying for leading trainer title, and Carlos Lopez looking for the jockey title as well. Good combo there. You got Farrier, Lopez, and a horse that tries just about every time, but needs this little setup.
Yeah, and I didn't love that last outing for What a Hard Man. If I did, it is my top selection there, and one of two I'm going to be using in the pick 5. But, had won the race prior with a pretty good try. Going to be form is maybe a little in and out, not quite as consistent as the favorite, but I think the top end is very much the same as the favorites, and so I'm hoping that'll get us home there. So I'm going to go 8-9-3-5, Dave 5-8-9-3. So we're all pretty much in the same place, just jumbled up a little bit. On to race 8 here. This is another Maryland restricted allowance. We've got several of these this weekend. Got a couple of scratches in here. You're going to want to take out the 1 Sapphire Beauty. Take out the 5 Kissed at Dawn. So no beauties, no kissing. Otherwise, everybody's here. We're going 6.5 furlongs. Morning line favorite going to be the 6 Grayson's Girl, but right behind that rival in terms of betting, likely to be Great Andre the 4.
Well, here we are at the Big T. 6.5, not 6. Difference for Great Andre. Right? Great Andre loved the lead, and you know where she's going to be.
Yep.
6.5 furlongs. Might get there. Just hold on to win. Good effort at Colonial on the turf last time out against a much saltier field. Race 2 back at Delaware. Usual speed in the stretch. Just couldn't hold off the winner. She's very dangerous with her early speed, but prepare for takeoff here down Brown to the inside. Has had decent speed and chased some really quick horses in her career, maybe hopefully just enough to take a little starch out of her. So I'm going to go with Grayson's Girl, Master of the Obvious for Brittany Russell. I've just always been impressed with this horse since the 8-length win on a sloppy track at Laurel back in early April. Settled right off the speed, had a sudden burst 4 wide around the far turn, swooped and looped outside, and I put her down as a coasting winner that day. Did get beat by Great Andre at Pimlico, but that was at 6 furlongs. 2 races back, not quite in time. The Barnmate won that race. Conquer those we can. I think won a Colonial yesterday. I saw that
Is
name
that right?
somewhere.
I think she was in yesterday.
Right, I believe so. Yeah, I forgot to check that, but now looking at that. And then a second in the Miss Disco at 7A, shortening back up in that tween distance between 6 and 7.
Yeah, no, she's live. I'm using the 4 and 6 here. It seems to me the race, one of those is going to win this race. And Grayson's Girl, that effort in the Miss Disco is very good because Winfinity is a very nice horse, a nice filly who won that race. So really good outing there. Dave goes 6-4-7-2. I go 4-6-7-3. I think we both kind of think it's 4 or 6 most likely here.
Most likely. I think the way to play the race is you got to take a stand. It's either, I don't know if the exact is playable, right? It's kind of short.
Right, those two is going to be very short.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right, one more. Let's do race 9. Close the card. 10,000 never win 2 claimers. Going 6.5 furlongs. Going to take out the 6 Sir Chance-a-Lot. Otherwise, everybody is in this field. Sir Chance-a-Lot we'll probably see later in the weekend. Number 5, Mr. Mendelslew, going to be the 2-1 morning line favorite. This is a horse who began his career in the Grade 1 hopeful.
Wow. Yeah. So, horse ran last week.
Yep.
In a short field. Coming right back. I mean, the pace wasn't that fast that particular day. I just think Speedy Alex, number 4, is fast enough to test him at some point in the race. And not only that, but just slightly has run for at least 2 to 3 races that are good enough to beat him today.
I completely agree with that. And I went back and watched Speedy Alex's most recent race at Delaware on the mud. I'm inclined to just kind of, for the moment, draw a line through that race. He had absolutely nothing that day. He just had nothing, no punch at all. You look just 2 races ago, 3 races ago, those are good enough.
Yeah, and 3 back when he won, he beat Furious George, was on the chase while saving ground down the backstretch and the turn. An inside run to get up when he was second behind Uncle Gray. That was a day with a lot of in and out closing trips at Laurel. Battled on the pace, pretty much too deep all the way, and just quite couldn't get there at 7/8 of a mile, going 6.5 today. And then the race behind, repeating a course, is pretty good too, off a bit of layoff. So draw a line through the muddy track race. I think he's going to be hounding Mr. Mendelslew in the race.
All right, we both land on that horse, 6-1 morning line. So that would be good news were that to happen for us.
What about Sneaking Suspicion? Can he get it done today? Here comes Sneaking Suspicion. And there hangs Sneaking Suspicion. I mean, every race he kind of makes a little bit of a run, can't quite sustain. Barbosa gets aboard today, though, and he could get the perfect trip and perfect setup. He's been third 5 times in his career.
Well, and as a betting matter, the issue with him, is he sure has been toiling at this 2-life condition for a long time. And as you said, he's been third 5 times, second once. He needs some things to break right to get in the winner's circle.
Yeah. So maybe Andros, who's had a little early foot back at Laurel in June, could put a little bit of heat here on Mr. Mendelslew, and then Speedy Alex will put the final bit of heat on him around the far turn.
All right, we both land on the 4.572 for Frank, 4.752 for Dave. We are 25 minutes to race 1 here. Closing weekend of Timonium kicks off today. Stick around. We got Mac Pfeiffer's going to join me in a little bit. We're going to put 2 horses in the Maryland Thoroughbred Hall of Fame a little bit later. Dave's going to be back with scratches and changes in just a few. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck today. Good morning and welcome to the Timonium races at the Maryland State Fair. 73 degrees, winds out of the northwest at about 10 miles per hour. Here's a look at your Timonium program changes. In the first race to kick off that early pick 5, scratch number 3, Voodoo Priestess. Second race, no changes. Third race, 3 Kickstart Nesses, 2 over. Scratch 5, Rum Jar. Fourth race, no changes. Fifth race, all clear with no program changes. In the sixth, scratch 5, Serenade Me. 5, Serenade Me. Out of race 6, seventh race, scratch 4, Southern Horse. Seventh race, scratch 4, Southern Horse. Eighth race, scratch 1, Sapphire Beauty. 3, Ready for Magic is 2 over. Scratch 5, Kissed at Dawn. Ninth race, 1 For the Love of Run, 3 over. Scratch 6, Sir Chance-a-Lot. Ninth race, 23 minutes to post time, and the track is fast. Good luck today here at Timonium.
At Toyota's national sales event, we've got a long lineup of vehicles for summer fun. Like Camry, RAV4, Grand Highlander, BZ4X, Tundra, Corolla Hybrid, Tacoma, Sienna, Corolla Hatchback, Sequoia, Prius, RAV4 Hybrid, Land Cruiser, GR Supra, Toyota Crown, Ford.
Buy a sporty Camry with special financing as low as 4.99%. Or get low APR financing on a stylish new Corolla sedan or hatchback.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.